congratulations on making it to the halfway point. We started this game with 16, and there are 8 of you left. First things first, I'll need to take back the immunity necklaces from Pascal and Paul. You guys can come up and bring me your necklaces. Paul, you need to come up and bring me your necklace. Today, only one person will be walking away with immunity. For today's challenge, each of you will come over to one of these buckets. Each bucket has 6 colored tiles inside of it. How the challenge will work is I will show you a sequence of cards that will look like this. Yellow, orange, green, purple, pink, blue. Yellow, red, orange, purple, pink, blue. No.
Yellow, orange, pink,
I will say the names of it, the names are written, and the color is on the card. I will show you a sequence, and your job is to memorize that sequence. And then in rounds, we will have all of you repeat the sequence back. Anyone who gets it wrong is eliminated from this game. The last person in this challenge wins immunity. Alright, you can all come over to a bucket. First color, orange. Second color, blue. Third color, pink. Fourth color, blue. Fifth color, green. Sixth color, yellow. Alright, everyone grab your bucket. Put the first color in your hand, don't reveal it yet. Alright, go ahead and reveal. Alright, orange, everybody got it right. Go ahead and show me the second color. Here, you 5 seconds. Alright, reveal. Alright, everyone's still in. Go ahead and show me the third color. Jared, you have 5 seconds. Alright, everyone reveal. Alright, everyone has pink. Show me the next color. Alright, go ahead and reveal. Blue? Everybody still in? Go ahead and show me the next color. Alright, go ahead and reveal. Garrett has yellow. What else is green? Garrett, you've either won the challenge or you're eliminated. Which one do you think it is? Come on! Garrett, the first person eliminated from the challenge. Here, you go ahead and sit on the ground. Alright, go ahead and show me the next color. Alright, everyone reveal. Everyone has yellow, correct. Alright, go ahead and show me the color that was in that sequence twice.
I know that one!
Alright, everyone reveal. Alright, everyone has blue, that is correct. Everyone else moves on to the next round. Alright. First color, orange, green, yellow, purple, blue, purple, yellow. Go ahead and show me the first color. Reveal. Everyone is orange, everyone is correct, show me the next color. Green. Go ahead and reveal. Yellow. Everyone is purple. Everyone is blue. Purple. Alright. Pull, that is down. Alright. Go ahead and pull out both colors that were shown twice in that sequence. There were 2 colors that were shown twice in that sequence. Pull both of them out. Reveal. Correct answers are yellow and purple. I think everybody got it? Alright. Go ahead and put your buckets down. Green. Purple. Orange. Pink. Orange. Green. Pink. Green. You can go ahead and show me the first color. Alright, go ahead and reveal. Correct answer is green. Correct answer is purple. Reveal. Correct answer is pink. Pascal pulled out purple. Pascal's out of the challenge. Reveal. Correct answer is orange. And you're out of the challenge. Go ahead and reveal. Correct answer is green. Jonathan's out of the challenge. We're down to 3. Sarah, Nathan, and Paul. Go ahead and reveal the next color. Reveal. Green is correct. Go ahead and show me the color that appeared 3 times in that sequence. Go ahead and reveal. Correct answer is green. There's out of challenge. 10 to 2. Nathan and Paul. Yellow, purple, purple, green, purple, green, green, pink, green. Go ahead and pull the first tile. Reveal. Correct answer is yellow. Go right. Purple is correct. Purple is correct. Green is correct. Purple is correct. Green is correct. Pink is correct. Green is correct. What color was shown most in that sequence? Reveal. Green is correct. Moving on to the next set. Reveal. Orange, correct. Reveal. One of you is correct. One of you is out of this challenge. Congratulations, Nathan. One individual win. Wait, so that was the last set. I was gonna keep going. Nathan, you come over. Around. Nathan, individual immunity. Guarantee a 1 in 7 shot at winning this game. Everybody, I'll see you from the council. For one of the rest of you, you'll become that person voted out, second member of our jury. I'll see you then. We'll get it out.
I don't even know what to say. Everything went the way I expected. Jonathan plays idol. Ellen got the most votes. Partway through tribal council, I decided to vote for Jonathan. In the middle of tribal, I looked at him and I was like, there's no way he's playing his idol. So I was like, kind of hoping that somehow he'd get a majority of votes, even though he wasn't planning to have a majority of votes. He's gonna have 2 thus the majority of votes. So like, I was hoping that like, if I did that, something would happen and work out. Still okay with Helen going home. I can live with that, she wanted me out. But yeah, some people are super salty at me already because I voted for Jonathan and not for Helen, even though Helen still went home. So I just have to explain myself to them and hope they don't hate me for that. Then the challenge, I sucked. Apparently I just suck at challenges. I'm pretty sure I failed the last 2, and like they kept me in for the. I was actually really good at the memory game we did in Alumni Plaza. I remembered all except for 1 at the end, so that was good. But colors are just not my thing, and I knew that. Like when he sent out the text, like, tell me if you're colorblind, I like immediately knew what he was doing. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna suck at lists and I have other important things to do other than like practicing or something. So yeah, I just really messed up really bad. I don't even remember him saying green as a color. I think I was focusing so hard on the colors that like I was trying to remember that he said green and I just straight missed it. That was awkward. Oh well, I guess if I'm gonna win Survivor. Yeah, after I got out, I was thinking about the immunity challenge. So I was like, you know, if we had like a social immunity challenge where you had to lie to other people, I might be able to win. And then I was like, that's just Survivor and shit. There's a train.
Alright, so, well, tribal just ended, and basically, we blindsided Helen, and in the words of the great Jenna, we're gonna go down in Survivor history, and we're freaking legends. So yeah, so she thought we were voting for Jonathan and Garrett the whole time. We just went along with that and played her. And so the plan was to get Helen out, but also to flush the idol, which didn't work, but next week, stay tuned. So yeah, we talked it up a lot in tribal, trying to get Jonathan scared. But in typical Jonathan fashion, he pulled some crap and didn't play his idol, which was a really risky move. But I think we just weren't convincing enough, so that's definitely something that we're going to work on and more votes on next week, so that if he doesn't play his idol, he will actually get out.
Well, this has been week 3 trying to get rid of Jonathan's idol with 0 success. I feel responsible because I didn't vote for Jonathan. But on the other hand, the 4 other people who also didn't vote for him should also be kicking themselves right now. So that's sort of a shared responsibility. I think the most disappointing thing is how hard it's going to be to accomplish the same thing this week, because if the girls vote together, they send someone home. And it looks like it's shaping up to be the boys and the girls at this point, honestly. I think Jenna was actually the person who voted Garrett, because Helen gave up on her own plan at the last minute. That's kind of funny, I think, but also she was the one who was closest to Garrett, so that stings a little. Had I known that Garrett was switching his vote, I would have switched mine also. It hurts because I kind of knew I'd be working with Lane King, and I voted for Helen just to keep up my reputation with Jenna and Sarah and Nicole, who are all probably going to wind up voting me off at some point anyways. So I think I saw this coming. It's frustrating because we outnumber them, but I think we're less willing to just vote them off. We really want Jonathan off more than they do. And I think if we had kept Helen and voted Jonathan off, or if we had voted off Nicole even, then we would have had enough numbers to not worry about the other group. But as it stands, we had a chance to make it to the top 5, top 3 even, and now it looks like that's going to be taken from us if we can't survive another week. So this is definitely going to be a high stakes week, and once again Jonathan has an idol. I think Nathan King also definitely has the other idol, but he's got to be in this week, and I'm going to need to vote, so that doesn't really matter too much at this point. It's frustrating that instead of the social dynamics, it's becoming who has the numbers at this point, because it's more fun when you can convince people, and when people just go into your conversation, say whatever, and then come out and think, well, we have 5, they have 4, then there's not really much you can do about that.
So that went kind of as planned. We blindsided Helen and it worked. Unfortunately, Garrett switched his vote. Not super unfortunately, but Jonathan didn't play his idol as we hoped, which sucks, but I think the plan this week is then to just vote him out because we're sick of him. So actually vote him out. If he doesn't play the idol, great, and he's out. If he plays the idol, we'll have a backup person. We've yet to figure out who it is. As long as it's someone not in my line, I don't really care. And then if he just, I said it before, and I'll say it again, I just hope his idol leaves and then he leaves. But we'll find out.
Oh my goodness, did not see that coming. So, at first I had absolutely no idea what was going on. I had 0 allies, 0 informants. Literally nobody told me anything. I would ask and they would say, I don't know. And like go off snickering and then go talk to other people, which was annoying, but not entirely unwarranted, although people definitely have been framing me for stuff, for things that I definitely didn't do. I have a lot of powerful enemies in this game, and that freaks me out. What also freaked me out today was right before we had Tribal, Sarah came up to me and said, I crunched the numbers, they work out in your favor, you don't have to play your idol again, which I was planning on doing. She said, just vote for Garrett. So I voted for Garrett, and I'm guessing she voted for Garrett because there were only 2 votes for Garrett. When JJ started pulling up votes for Helen, I started freaking out because I did not see that coming. I would have voted for Helen if I had known other people were voting for Helen. I nearly went home today. Luckily, people decided that voting Helen out was a good idea, and luckily they didn't tell me. Well, not luckily. I would have voted for Helen. I'm happy to be alive right now. This is insane. Let's see how much more I can take this. But this game is only half over. I revealed my idol 2 weeks ago. I have no idea what's going to happen next week, and people aren't going to tell me again. And it looks like people aren't telling Sarah, because nobody trusts Sarah. The only person Sarah trusts is me right now. The only person I trust is Sarah. The odds are not in my favor.
So exactly what I thought was gonna happen happened, except Garrett voted for Jonathan, not Helen. But we still got Helen out, so that was great. Trying to like set stuff up for later down the road, and it's a really risky move at this point in the game. I'm glad he didn't end up getting voted out, because that would be a little bit awkward. You'd be like, yo, don't play your idol, and then votes out. I trusted you! Yeah, no, well, mistake. So, yeah. I think this next week should be okay. I hope everyone doesn't turn around and like vote me off. I don't necessarily see that happening, although Nate King might be able to rustle up some stuff. We'll have to see.
Welcome. This week has been a very interesting week, and I'm sure you'll be very interested to hear all about it. Cue intro music. This week started off with a solid alliance of 5, which made Nathan King very scared. Fortunately for Nathan King, he did win immunity in a very impressive display of his memorable abilities, so he has nothing to worry about for himself. However, what everybody's thinking about this week is the long term. I think the first couple weeks of the merge, people are thinking long term. People are thinking, what alliances do we have? Who do we vote out now so that things are easier later? So last week that was Helen. Helen was the threat. This week, it's Jenna. And this time, I think Nathan King was the first to say it. He knew that his plan. He had been with Helen. So as soon as Helen was voted out, he knew there was an alliance against his alliance. So he got understandably scared. And he definitely was feeling that the girls were a threat and guys needed to stick together and take them out. So, as somebody who's in an alliance with all 3 girls now, I agreed, naturally. So Jenna, Garrett, and I, JPEG, have been working together. Things are going splendidly. We had our weekly meeting in the chapel loft, our secretive plotting place, and everything was perfect. We all said we're going to vote for Paul. He's the only option. Jonathan has immunity. Nathan has immunity. Jonathan has an idol. We'll have Sarah and Nicole's votes. The only person left is Paul. So we will all vote. We'll split our votes between Jonathan and Paul. So it's perfect, except that of course Garrett and I are working with Paul and we're lying to Jenna the whole time. So much that it felt like I was lying to myself. I almost started to forget. We planned a meeting at 5. We got together in a practice room in Carmer. We split the votes. And it was important that either Garrett or I be one of the ones voting for Paul, because the next person I talked to after the first meeting of 3 was Nathan King, right? So Nathan King, I said, look, Jenna is in the center of this alliance of 5. If we don't vote her out now, we're never going to have another chance, because she's close with Nicole. She's got a good alliance of 3 with Sarah. She's got an alliance of 5 with me and Garrett. If she stays in one more round, she'll have a alliance of 5 out of 7, and we can't let that happen. So I told Nathan King that Garrett and I would try to make sure one of us had a vote for Paul, which we would then turn on Jenna. And then Nathan and Paul of course, because they're voting for him, would vote for Jenna. Nathan would vote for Jenna. And that way we'd have votes on Jonathan and on Jenna. And kind of just ignore Jonathan the whole week, because honestly, I don't think anyone's ever... Some people can tell when he's lying. I'd like to think I can. But you have no idea what the truth is. So, moving forward from there, I played a game of pool with Nathan King. He beat me at pool. I beat him at Survivor. I'd like to think I was sort of in the driver's seat. He talked about half an hour about not having an idol, kind of for no reason. The reason being that he does have an idol. So we were sitting in a circle. I said, all right, I'll vote Jonathan, you vote Paul. You vote Jonathan, you vote Paul. You vote Jonathan. And so of course, Garrett got the Paul vote, which was not accidental. So now the plan was that Garrett, Paul, Nathan would all vote for Jenna. Me, Nicole, Sarah would all vote for Jonathan. Jenna would vote for Paul, and of course Jonathan has a vote. That way, either Jonathan plays the idol, Jenna goes home, or he doesn't play the idol, we all vote for him in the end. Today, I saw Garrett and Paul, who are my very close friends. We played a game together. I keep this all secret because I need people to think that we aren't a strong alliance. Helen was in a strong alliance, she got voted out. Jenna is in a strong alliance, she's getting voted out. None of the alliances have been as strong as me, Paul, and Garrett, but we keep ours as secret as possible. They pretend to hate each other, I pretend I don't know them, and so far we've been safe. Helen got voted out because she knew that Paul and Garrett were really working together. That's one of the many reasons. She kind of knew too much. So today I was with Garrett and Paul, and they tell me that they're worried that Jenna is, of course, lying, because we know she's going to stab us in the back. The question is when. So if it's this week, we're screwed if we don't vote her out. But we are planning to vote her out. If she gets Jonathan's vote, though, and she switches Nicole and Sarah's vote, then she has 4 votes on Paul, so I need to vote for Jenna to counteract that. And for some reason, I really don't want to. Don't know why. Last time, I stuck with the plan. I just don't like plans that change at the last minute, and I really want the idol gone. We've been dealing with this for 3-4 weeks now, and it's becoming a pain. So I wanted to vote for Jonathan, but I realized that either Jonathan goes home, and Jenna's left with her alliance, which is actually worse. So we need to get rid of the idol, but not Jonathan. And theoretically, my vote should have no bearing on whether he plays the idol or not, because he won't know what I'm thinking. The problem is that certain people at Tribal Council can't be quiet. So what I did, and this is probably the stupidest thing I've done, but I think it will work. So I told Garrett and Paul that they have no control over me, I'm voting Jonathan. And so there's nothing they can do because they have to vote Jenna anyways. But secretly, I'm going to vote with them, just like they want. And this way, they're unaware of that. Hopefully, they will think Jonathan is getting voted out. And that will translate into how they act at Tribal Council. Jonathan will think he's getting voted out. Jonathan will play his idol, and I won't vote for him. And probably neither will anybody else, honestly. Although, I'd like to think that's Sarah and Nicole, but I'd like to think I could trust Sarah. Not that I need to. I think it's weird because I trust Garrett and Paul. Okay, well, I was going to say 100%. Let's say 100%. Say I trust them 100%. I still don't trust them to be good at keeping secrets at Tribal Council, and so I lied to my closest allies. I don't know how that will play out. I'm gonna think if Jonathan doesn't play the idol, though. That's really gonna stink.
Alright guys, welcome to Tribal Council. Pascal, how has coming into the merge changed the game?
I think with the merge, people have to think about the long term more than you do when you're in a team that you know is going to win.
What do you mean by thinking about the long term? How does it change how people vote?
I'm not sure how much we can say. I'm struggling to think of something that's not really like really, you know what I mean? I'm not at
Jenna, does it concern you that Pascal is very wary of saying what he's actually thinking?
I mean, that makes me wary for anyone, but I understand at this point in the game, it's really hard not to be wary of everything you say and who you talk to and who hears you.
Paul, do you agree with Pascal that you're thinking more about the long term of the game?
Absolutely. You have to think about the long term, but also you have to think about like this week and what's best to do this week.
So how do you prioritize who you're voting out? Is it based on challenges, who you trust, who you want to bring to the end? Yes. Jonathan, what's your priority in voting this week?
I don't want to vote. I want to vote with the majority. I don't want to risk causing a tie, because ties are nonsense.
Are you saying that because you're worried about the possibility of a tie tonight?
Yes, I am.
Gary, do you have any idea where that's coming from? Jonathan thinks there could be a tie tonight.
Nope. But I'm pretty sure anything Jonathan knows is probably just like completely false and people have been lying to him all week. So like, I'm not that concerned with what Jonathan says, you know?
Jonathan, do you think that's true? People have just been lying to you this week? No? Do you feel like there's people in the game that you can actually trust?
Yes.
Who can you trust in this game?
That's good.
anyone here think that Jonathan is trustworthy?
This is why she's no longer in.
Nathan, how is it different now that one of your close allies is out of the game?
Oh, okay, I'll give you the logical answer and then the impulse answer. So it kind of stings like losing a close ally. But at the same time, it's also great because I'm wearing this necklace and I can do whatever the heck I want because like I'm not going to accidentally screw over my closest ally in the game anymore. So I decided to sell side over weekends, like peace out, I'll go where I want, land travel council is, and I'll figure it out then.
Alright. Are you guys more focused on who you can trust at this point then? Or who you can, like, who you know what's going to be? Who's predictable? Who's predictable? Yeah. You want to work with people who are predictable. Exactly. Do you want to be predictable so other people want to work with you? Okay. Sarah, how confident do you feel that you know what's going on tonight?
Can anyone ever be truly confident that they know what's going on?
Apparently we just had a power outage. So.
As confident as one can be in this game, which means about 70% confident, 30% like everyone could be doing exactly the opposite.
Alright. Is there anyone here that does feel like they definitely know what's going on or have no idea what's going on? Pascal, which side of that are you on?
I think I definitely know how
How does the thought of who's on the jury and how you're putting them on the jury affect how you're voting people out? Garrett?
Sorry, say that again.
How does who you're putting on the jury and how you're putting them on the jury affect your voting at this point?
Oh, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
It doesn't.
Why not?
It's Messiah. People probably aren't going to be salty at you for voting them out, so you don't have to be concerned like, hey, this person's not going to vote for me because I voted them out. No one's giving me a weird face. So I'm taking this all back. But like, if you're concerned about how you're getting people out of the game, doing it correctly or not, you're probably not going to make it to the end of the game.
Fair point. It doesn't matter if you can't make it to the final two.
Exactly.
All right. Well, for one of you, the goal of getting to the final two is about to be cut short tonight. Sarah, you're up first to vote.
We have to flush that idol, hopefully, and one of us can't go home.
Hopefully it's you going home tonight and not me. I'm sorry. You're cool. Just fun hanging out with you.
All right. I'll go tally votes. All right. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it,
I'd like to thank
playing this on yourself?
Yes.
All right. You did it! It's gone! All right. The rules of Survivor state that if anyone plays a hidden immunity idol, any votes cast for that person will not count, and the person with the next highest number of votes will go home. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Jonathan tonight will not count. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Jonathan. Does not count. Jonathan. Does not count. There's still no votes for anybody. Paul. One vote, Paul. Paul. Two votes, Paul. We're currently at 2 votes, Paul. Jenna. One vote, Jenna. 2 votes, Paul. Jenna. 2 votes, Jenna. 2 votes, Paul. Jenna. 3 votes, Jenna. 2 votes Paul, 1 vote left. 9th person voted out as Survivor Messiah, and the 2nd member of our jury, Jenna. Jenna, you need to bring me your torch. Jenna, the tribe is spoken. Time for you to go. For all your target tribal, no one mentioned Jenna's name. You're going home with half the votes. The idol was played when it didn't need to be. This tribe's in chaos, and I can't wait to see how it finishes out.
I'm really bummed that I'm voted out at this point in the game. I've had so much fun playing. Props to Garrett and them for actually voting me out. I'm kind of mad that they did it, but I can see why they did it, and they played it off really, really well. So I'm really excited to see how the rest of the game plays out. I'm so happy, so mad, and so excited for the rest of the game all at the same time.